Hello everyone, praise the Lord and welcome yet again for our trainings. Well, we missed out on week 6 and so today's class is going to cover week 6 and week 7, and then next week, which will be our last week, you will be doing more of your practicals, and I'll be giving us an objective assessment just to assess some of the things if you have them on your fingertips. So we'll be doing a project and also we'll be doing objectives. So today I want us to get back to Canva, and we are going to look at a few things which already I introduced us to, but I want to make some emphasis on them. So majorly I want us to, first of all, in this class I'm majorly going to show us a number of things. So I pray that you stick with me, follow through. If you have your laptop, or you can open your Canva app and be doing along with me, it will be good. So I just want to show us some things specifically on mockups. I'm going to first show us mockups, then I'll show us how to use the elements, the photos, the short videos in Canva. So just know today's class is going to be really intense and loaded, okay? So I want to do a mock-up. You've seen t-shirts which are branded, maybe books which are branded, capes which are branded. Those are kind of mock-ups I'm talking about. So I'll come here, already I'm inside my Canva. I'll come to create, like I want to create a blank document, or like I want an empty sheet. So I'll tap create. Now the empty sheet is just something that I'm going to use to put my pieces or to have my mockups done, like a worksheet. So I'm going to select this size, the YouTube thumbnail size. Okay. So this is my sheet. So whatever I want to do, I'm going to put it here. Okay, so this is where my sheet is. And now I'm going to come right here and look for mockups. Okay. So on design here, this is where our designs are. Then we come to our elements. Okay. So under elements, now maybe before I get into the mockups, so when you come to elements, under elements you'll find shapes, you'll find graphics, you'll find photos, videos, you'll find polls and quizzes, sheets, tables, frames, grids, and mockups. Okay, so I'm going to start with photos just to show you how do you use the photos okay, like when you want to have certain photos in Canva, because Canva does have a collection of photos that you can use. They are free photos, but they are also paid for photos. Okay, so let us say I want a photo of social media. So I can say enter and then come here under photos. Now remember, when I type social media, under graphics they'll bring me things about social media. Under photos they'll bring me under frames, under videos, under mockups. Okay, so let's start first with graphics. So when I open the graphics, I think you can see some of the icons that they bring you. Maybe I want to use this. Maybe even you're having a presentation and you wanted something that communicates social media. I have this. And then I think you can see this, So the ones which are free, you can easily use them. But the ones which are not free, you may not easily use them. Either you have to subscribe or something. So you see these. So these are just some examples of things that you can find under elements, and these are specifically under graphics. So depending on what you're looking for, I'm using an example of social media because I just want us to have a look. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Now you see, after graphics, let us check out photos under social media. So under photos, this is what we can get. This one in the car, on the phone. Okay, Let me just put them here so that we can easily view them. This one is on the PC. Okay. Then this one is also on the phone. So when you keep scrolling down, you'll see, maybe I want this. So sometimes you may not really go to the internet on Google Chrome and try to look for photos on Pixabay, So these particular photos in Canva, which are not paid for, means that we have the access or the right to use them. But the ones which are paid for, you have to get, because you see people do make photos and sell them. There's what they call copyright law, those things, yeah? So it's important that the content you use is copyright-free content, or content that really you will not receive a strike for using it. So these are some examples of pictures. You can keep scrolling down, and, looking out for the ones which are free. Okay? So this is what I have here. This is what basically I have here. So that's just under photos. So we are going to continue. I'm going to create another page. I'm adding pages so that whatever I want to show us is right on the same template, okay? So I've shown you on graphics, I've shown you under photos. So I want to show us on frames. Remember, we are still under social media, so these frames are all linked to social media. So I have here a phone frame. This phone frame looks like Twitter, you see, so that's a frame. Then this one, we have also this frame. This looks more like either tablet. Okay, so we have frames, but these frames are like more of social media frames. Okay, so someone may ask, what do I need a frame for? Really, what am I going to use a frame for? Let me pick also this. So if you have your frames, let us say, okay, and you get the frame, the reason for the frames, you use the frames to put in your images or even your videos in. So I'm going to come here to uploads and pick maybe an image or photos that I'm going to put on my frame. So let's say I'm going to use this frame. I'll tap on this photo and bring it here, throw it inside the frame. So you see, that means someone can think that, this person on the tablet was viewing this, okay? Then let me get this one and put it on this other frame. You see? I hope you can understand. You're picking this clearly. Okay, let me look for another photo to put on this other frame. Okay, so let's say I'm using this. I'll put this here. So I hope you've seen how frames are used. Interesting. Cool. So let us proceed. We are still moving, still under social media. Let's go back to our elements. And the next thing, we're going to create another page. And the next part we are going on is videos. Okay. Someone may ask, okay, how do you use videos in Canva? Yeah, you can use videos in Canva, or you can create videos in Canva, but short videos. It's better to create, when you're looking at creating more of, should I call them advertising or ads, short kind of videos. So let's say I'm going to select this one. It's 14 seconds. You can see from here. So I'll just put it to fit this frame, so that just in case I want to produce it, I produce it in that size. So I guess you can see this. Okay, so someone may ask, what am I adjusting? Now, this particular video is not for adjusting or making adjustments. These are videos maybe that you would want to use, just like we have photos that we want to use, the photos we picked. We just want to use them in our, maybe you want to use it in your frame. Let me give you an example. So remember, these are the frames we have, okay? And I want to maybe have this video in this frame. So I can tap and then I drag it and put it inside this tab. So can you see what's happening? You see? So the photos and the videos which are in here, which are not templates, because there are videos which are templates, but they are videos which are just videos that you can use. Let me give an example, another example. Let's say this, okay? You get it, you drag it in. So when you play it inside, it's like another piece of content that you want to use to create your desired piece of content. So these should be able to help you to create what you want. Remember, the frames is like a house where you want to showcase whatever you want to showcase. I would call a frame like a house. Okay, not a house. I would call a frame like a display, or should I say a display shop or something, where you're displaying things. You can get things and put, you can remove things, you can replace things. So I can get as many photos as possible, I can get as many videos as possible to replace on the frame or to change the frame. I hope that is clear. So these particular videos here, specifically under elements, they are meant to be used as part of your content. They are not templates. So if you want video related templates, you have to go to your templates or to your design templates and get that. Okay, so let us proceed. Let me add another page. We've looked at video. So now let's come to mockups. Still under social media, mockups. So you can see the examples they've given us. Mockups are also more like they want to look more, how should I call it, more like frames, okay, because they give you an opportunity to drag whatever you want to drag and put it there. So let us say this is the mockup that I'm going to use. This is more of a social media mockup. So I'll still come to my uploads and look for the photo that I want to use. So let us say I want to put my logo, how my logo would look like when people are viewing it on the phone. Okay, so I'll tap this, I'll tap on the logo and then make sure it fits inside here. Now I want you to see this. You see? So this is how it would look like on a gadget. Okay, so maybe assuming it's not social media, back to elements. Remember I told you mockups are under elements. Okay, let us say maybe it's not under social media and I want a mockup of t-shirt. I'm not going to put anything up there. I'm going to just come down to mockups and show you the variations here. Okay, so you can see I was telling you about t-shirts. Let's say I want a mockup on this guy on his t-shirt. And I'm using the same example of the logo, but let me first select other mockups so that you see. I just want you to look at the difference and the variety. So we have this. We have these are household things, you know. So we have a bag here, and all this I'm going to just use the logo. So I'm going to come back here. Or, okay, let's say maybe you don't want to use a logo. You want to use an image of a person. Because I've shown you an example of a logo there. Let me still use a logo so that you see. So let us say here, I want it to be on his shirt. So I will drag and throw it in on the picture, the mock-up picture, and I think you can see. You see? So it's literally putting on that t-shirt. So let us say for this, I want an image. I want to use maybe my photo or a photo to be on that. Okay. So I'm going to let me use this pic and I'm going to drag it and put it there. So you're going to see what's going to happen. Okay. You see? You see? Okay, so let me say what I want a mock-up with let's say maybe X. with this logo of X. I'll also throw it right there. Okay, so let's say, for example, maybe I want this to be my image, so whatever you want, you just drag it and throw it in the mockup. So I think you can see, so this is how we actually do mockups. So maybe if you have your logo and you want to see how your logo looks like, how would my logo look like if I'm to put it in there, you can just do exactly that, and then you'll see how it will look like either on a t-shirt or how it will look like on a billboard. Let me just look for a billboard so that we can have a picture of how that is. Okay, so now we have billboards. You can just see here under outdoor, I can pick this, and then I can also pick, depending on what exactly you want to communicate and how you want to visualize it. So let us say I also want to pick this and pick this here. Okay, so I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have this, and okay, so my other template has not come in. Okay, so let us say I also have this. You want to see how your pull-up banner is going to look like. So we have this, and we have this. So I'm going to use, let us say the image that I want to use. Let us see what image I can use. Okay, let's just say I'm going to use this for this one, which is like more like a cinema setting. Okay, you see, then the billboard, let us say I'm going to use this for my billboard here. Okay, think you can see. And then let us say I have my graphical content that I want to be. Let's say I'm going to use this one here. So you realize that whatever you want to use should be something that can fit on that mock-up that you want to use. So this gives people a picture of, okay, so if I'm to use this image, this is how it would look like on a billboard, this is how it would look like in the cinema, and this is how it will look like on the pull-up banner. So there are many templates that you can use to communicate whatever you want to communicate. So I hope we are together up to there, okay? So these are some of the things I wanted to show us under elements. Maybe another thing that I would love to give some focus and attention on under elements. When can I use frames? Okay, so let me come back here. Now I'm not under social media, I've not specified a topic, but when you come under frames, they will show you the different kind of frames. Maybe I want a photo of someone in a circle. You see, let me just tap these just to show you. These are just basic shapes, but then there are also shapes which are customized. This is under film, this is devices, this is if they are paper, this is, this is a real frame, then these are like letters. Okay, so these are just a few examples of frames. Okay, so when you are using frames, majorly you'll find that you'll work around images. So let us say this is what I'm going to use. I'm just going to use the same photo, for example, to just as an example, okay? So I think you can see this particular frame is like that. And if I have this and put it here, or if I have this and put it here, or if I have this and put it here on the circle frame, or if I have this and put it in this particular frame. So this is just an example of the frames, how they look like. Okay, that means it comes back to you, what frame do you want to use and what for, and where does this frame suit. Okay, so especially for power designing things from scratch, or you want to just make some changes on a template, there is a lot you can do. So this is just an example of how you can actually use the frames. I hope we are clear up to that. Okay, so I just wanted to give us a broad picture on the items that you can use. So regardless of what template you are using, you can actually maximize these photos, frames, mock-ups, the videos, the shapes. Did I show you shapes? Okay, let me just show you something on shapes. When you come to shapes, you see all these are shapes. We even have lines, so it comes back to what exactly you want to communicate. So all these are things that you can use in your designs, especially if you're designing things from scratch. I think you can see these are different shapes. So if you want to explore further, I would recommend that you try out doing designs from scratch. After all, I've shown you the different shapes, I've shown you frames, I've shown you the photos, where to get those things, meaning you too can actually create templates that people can use. So this is just an example of what you can do with, meaning if you want to change your colors, you just tap on that particular shape and change the color to what you want. So how simple as that, okay? So I expect us to be able to do some designs, because someone may say, this template is limiting me. But let's just say your creativity is limiting you. So use your creativity to do as much as you can do with your frame, with your designs, okay? So I think you can see. You can literally see. So these are just different shapes, and I've just changed the colors. So for purposes of colors, okay, maybe just before I talk about backgrounds, when you look at colors, when you open, let me say when you tap on a shape or you tap on a number, they'll bring for you the colors, a circle that shows color. When you tap on that color, they'll open for you where the other colors are, or the gallery which has the colors. Now, there are colors which you've been using that they will easily show you up here. But if you've not been using, or they're not showing you all that you want to see, you may have to tap on the plus, and then they will show you this color grid. So if you have the color numbers, you can just copy the color number and fix it here. When you fix it there, you press enter, they will change the color to that color number. But if you don't have the numbers, you may have to just use this scale to look for the colors that you want, okay? Change until you get what exactly you want. So that is it for just normal colors, or what they call solid colors. Solid colors are more like it's just one plain color. Then gradient colors, this is like a shade of a mixture of colors, okay? Let me use an example of this. I think you can see that this is different from the solid colors. It's as if there is some red, some orange together. Then you see there are warm tones, cool tones are here. Then we have monochromatic. You can see them here. Okay, then we have the gradients. You see, so you have some gradients here. There is a lot you can explore as well, okay? So this is it just about the colors and changing colors on your shapes. So I'm going to add another page and we go to backgrounds. So let us say, actually let me use an example of a template. Let me get a template so that you can see, because most of us use templates and you find yourself in a situation where you want to change the background, but somehow you feel maybe you're not able to change the background. So let us use this template here. Okay, so I want us to change her background. So I can either tap on it and come to background color and maybe try to change the color. Now you see. So that literally means that the background I was using initially was an image, because now if I change the color, the image disappears, meaning it was an image. Okay, so I can either come to colors and just change the color, or the other way of changing this background, I may just come to elements still and then type in backgrounds. Okay, when you type in backgrounds, they'll bring you different backgrounds which are there. So I'll come here under photos and look for background. So if I say this, when I tap on it, it comes on top as a photo. So you right click and say replace background. So I guess you can see that this background has been changed. Hope that is visible to all of us. Or if I tap on this one and then I say replace background, you see? So those are two ways you can change background. You can either just tap on the color, change the color, or come to photos and search for background, and they'll bring you backgrounds, and then you replace the current background with that particular background that you want to change to. So that is it basically. I hope that our designs will be better. So I want to challenge you to create as many different designs as possible this week. Don't allow yourself to wait. I gave us an assignment the previous class 5, of which we're supposed to come up with designs. You're supposed to make flyers, Sunday service flyers that you would edit and customize to either your church or your branch church. Okay, so today I just want you to select templates and either do a design from scratch. There is already a video on how to design from scratch. Usually, if you've never designed before, you will need a reference on how to start designing from scratch. So you can check out that video, follow through, use the different things I've shown you, the elements, the photos, the shapes, the backgrounds, the videos. Use all those different things and see how much you can do. And then I'll see you again during your project week, because our last week, which is week 8, I expect us to be doing projects, explore as much as possible. So I'll give us tasks of things that I've not talked about, but the templates are available in Canva and you'll be able to do certain things in them. So for now, take time to practice as much as you can. Share those designs on the WhatsApp group so that we can comment. People can see, critique other people's work so that you are made better. So that is it for class 6 and class 7. I remain Pastor King. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Like the video and share your work, because we are interested in seeing what you have been doing. Shalom, shalom.